Greetings, viewers. Once again, we're back with another one, another special show. This is A Vision Media broadcast that you're watching right now, and we have a special guest, man. This man, he has worked from teenage years, man. Like he got a lot going on. This man is Ryan Toby. He's an American soul singer, songwriter, producer, actor. He's one third of the Grammy nominated group City High. This man is he co-wrote and co-produced the two hits, which was "What Would You Do" and "Caramel." We have right now Ryan Toby on the show. Peace, brother. How you doing, man?
Hey, what's going on, man? Nice to meet you. Thank you for having me.
It's a pleasure, and I thank you for giving me the opportunity to come onto the show, man. You know, like I said in the beginning, you had so much going on. It's like it's amazing the work that you put in over the years.
Oh,
You
thank
know,
you.
it's amazing,
Thank you.
man. You're welcome. And I wanted to go back just to your first. I don't know if it's going to be your first film, but was Sister Act your first film?
Yes. Yeah, that was the first thing I auditioned for ever in my life.
Wow. Okay, so you auditioned.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
No,
You
no, no.
go.
Yeah. Yeah, that was the first thing I ever auditioned for. A lot of people think that I was like this kid that grew up,
Yeah.
acting and stuff like that. And that
Yeah.
wasn't the case. I was just a kid who could sing and dance from a small town, Willingboro, New Jersey,
Okay.
down in South Jersey, about 20
Hmm.
minutes outside of Philadelphia.
Okay.
And yeah, man, working with a young manager I had at the time named Marvin Thompson,
Hmm.
and he was able to get me an audition for the film, and God blessed me with the part. I was surprised.
Wow. Were you put up in front of a lot of people, man? To get picked for that?
Yeah, oh yeah, there were thousands of kids. Even some
Wow.
a lot of well-known actors auditioned for that movie.
Oh, wow.
Tatiana Ali,
Okay.
Tevin Campbell,
Tevin Campbell
uh,
also.
yeah, Tony
Hmm.
Thompson from the group High Five.
Yeah. Hmm.
Yeah, a lot of well-known actors at that time were going for that role, and a lot of new actors as well. So,
Hmm.
it came down to the final two. It was between me and this other kid, and I think I got like 8 callbacks for that movie.
Wow.
So
Wow.
I auditioned like 8 times.
Wow.
Yeah.
Well, so once you audition for a film, um, and at a young age, you were very young. I know that you saw a lot of things because that was like your breakthrough right there after that
Yeah,
movie, correct? So after you,
absolutely.
yeah. So did you go to Hollywood after that? And I know you did other things. We got to get into it. And I know you have seen a lot of things as a kid. Did you have a mentor on your way through all the way until to the end of this?
Uh, no, just different people coming in and out throughout my
Okay.
life.
Okay.
My first manager, his name is Marvin Thompson.
I'm
He's
telling.
from Willingboro, New Jersey, where I'm from.
Okay.
So he was like a strong mentor in my life in the beginning of my career. He got me started,
Hmm.
and then as I got older, I moved on into other things, and then I was able to link up with Jazzy Jeff in Philly, out of his
Wow.
studio, A Touch of Jazz in Philly, and
Okay.
started working with Jazzy Jeff and his production company. So Jeff became a strong mentor in my life. And
Wow.
then, yeah, and then it just kept rolling along from there. Wyclef Jean, Jerry Wonder were strong
Yeah.
mentors to me.
Hmm. Hmm.
Just to name some of the celebrity people. And then obviously, I had some mentors from the community, a church that I went to.
Okay.
My mentor to this day, actually, his name is Theodore Winsley.
Okay.
Been a strong mentor in my life for a number of years. So it was a few people over the years.
Over the years. And how was it working with Jazzy Jeff, man? Because I'm from Philly, so
Okay.
how was it with teaming up with him as far as like him guiding you and teaching you some things, man? How was that?
Oh man, it was profound. It was profound to say the least. Jeff is a legend, as you already know.
Right. Shout
He's
out to
been in the
Jeff.
he, yeah. He's been, I just saw him actually last weekend, that a
Yeah,
Grammy
at the
weekend.
Grammy.
I was at the Roots. The Roots had a party and a concert the night before the Grammys, and I was
Okay.
backstage, and I ran into Jeff.
Okay.
Was able to give him a big hug, and we just laugh when we see each other
Hey,
because
how long was it you didn't see him? How long was it that you didn't see him? Him
uh
that night?
I think from last night, the last time I saw Jeff was I went and stayed at his house. He has this annual retreat, this music retreat, this like
Okay.
convention he does
Yeah.
at like actually at his house
Okay.
every year. And
Mm.
I went one year. I think that was summer 2018.
Okay.
So I hadn't seen him since summer 2018.
Okay. So seeing him that night was like spectacular to you. Like, wow, what's up,
Yeah,
man?
absolutely. And we always just laugh. We hug each other. We laugh because it's just like, man, come so far.
Yeah.
He
Yeah.
remember when I met him, I was young. I was,
Hmm.
what I mean? I was just hungry, young.
Yeah. Yeah.
And he definitely gave me some supreme guidance on being a writer, being a professional,
Hmm.
trusting my gift. He opened his doors to a lot of young talent from the Jersey, Philly area, meaning his doors, meaning the doors to his studio.
Yeah. Yeah.
And 444 North Third Street, you know what I mean, was
It,
where it was like that was my
yeah. Yeah.
college,
That's right.
that
I
was
was in
my
there.
university. Yeah,
I went there a few times. Was that called
yeah.
a touch of jazz or no?
A Touch of Jazz
Yeah, I
Studios,
went in
yeah.
there a few times. Yeah.
So that was my university. That was my college years. I actually dropped out of college down in
Oh
Grambling State
yeah.
University
Oh
to
wow. Okay.
go rock out with Jeff and sign with Jeff and rock out with him for a number of years. So I
Wow.
learned
Yeah.
how to really make songs. I learned how to really craft songs. I learned how to
Yeah.
work with other artists. Jeff had me in the studio working with Darius Rucker from Hootie and the Blowfish. He had me in
Yeah.
the
I remember that.
studio
I remember
working
them.
with Will Smith. He had me in the studio
Yeah.
working with Charlie Wilson. He had me in the studio,
Wow.
working with
Wow.
so
Wow.
many.
Wow.
Yeah, so I was really fortunate and really blessed to be able to
Be
hone
involved
my
in. Yeah.
skills. Yeah, hone
Right.
my skills
Hmm.
in the walls of his space, his recording studio was. I mean, it's invaluable, like that what he gave me with that, man, because I really was able to become a beast, work on my craft.
Wow. That's right. That's right. That's right.
Hmm.
And I'm gonna take it back just a little bit. What made you decide to start acting? Who was your biggest inspiration, or who inspired you to get into acting?
Actually, that was my manager, Marvin Thompson, and I
Johnson.
was working with an A&R named Kenny Ortiz at the time. He
Okay.
worked for RCA Records.
Hmm.
He discovered SWV and
Okay.
Pharrell and the Neptunes,
Okay. Wow.
and we were all young back then, and Kenny was like developing us,
Hmm.
and Kenny wanted to sign me to RCA, and so he was developing me, and he Kenny heard about the auditions for Sister Act 2. They were looking for kids that could sing and dance,
Okay.
and so he told me I should go audition just to be one of the background singers, in the
Yeah.
choir. And
Yeah.
I had no real aspirations to be an actor. I wanted a record deal, I wanted
Oh,
to
okay.
I wanted
Okay.
to sing. I didn't know, I was just a 14, 15-year-old kid from
Yeah.
Jersey. So it's not like I grew up like, oh man, I want to be an actor. I grew up loving Michael Jackson and
Yeah.
Prince,
Yeah. Yeah. Okay.
so I just wanted to sing and make
Hmm.
music videos and stuff like that. And
Yeah.
so Kenny was like, no, you should go try this out. This could be a good look for you. So he helped me understand, between him and my manager Marvin, they helped me understand
Okay.
the power of being a triple threat. You know what I mean? Like, you want to be able to act, sing, dance, write,
Triple. Yeah. Yeah.
all of those things. So they really grew me and educated me on the power of that. And so I went and I auditioned. I just was doing what I was told.
Wow. So is it hard when you have to read scripts? And how many times did you make them? I know everybody make a mistake, but how many times did you mess up reading them scripts?
Well, it's not too hard on a movie set because they do a lot of takes.
Oh.
So,
Okay.
yeah, every day it's not like you got to learn the whole script. It's not like
See, that's what I thought.
theater. It's
I
not
thought.
like theater.
Okay.
So in theater on Broadway and stuff, which I've done like theater as well,
Yeah.
you got to know the whole script, and when you performing it on stage, you got one time to get it right. You know what I mean?
Wow.
But with films and TV, they can, film a little bit, cut, edit, film a little bit,
Yeah.
cut,
Okay.
edit, film. You know what I mean?
Okay. Okay.
Yeah. So it wasn't that hard at all.
Oh, so that's why it takes so long for a movie to come out sometimes.
Yeah. Exactly.
Wow, yeah, so that's very interesting what you was doing, and also with Lauren Hill. I know you got a chance to work with her side by by her side, correct?
Absolutely.
Now y'all both seem like y'all both started. Y'all wasn't known yet in the music business at all, so y'all basically came up together. You and Lauren Hill.
Um, no, no, she kind of
Okay.
had her thing going already with the Fugees.
Oh,
Um,
at that time, or because I know she was.
yeah, yeah, she was. They
Oh,
were working on. She was telling me. I remember we would be on set, and she was saying, "Yeah, I'm in this rap group. We're called the Refugees.
oh, oh,
Me,
oh, oh.
me, and my two friends. It's named Wyclef." And I
Yeah,
remember her telling us about it. She's like, "Yeah, we're gonna put an album out, and we're gonna
yeah.
go on tour." And so that was all like, she was telling us what was gonna happen. And
Wow.
lo and
Okay, okay.
behold, like shortly after we wrapped filming for the movie,
Mhm.
their first video came out, and I was like, "Oh wow, she was
So she
telling the
told me
truth!"
about
Like,
that. Yeah.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
Well, and just briefly, how was her personality working around her?
Amazing. She
It
was
was.
amazing. She was only I think 17 or 18 years old, so she
Yeah.
was a young girl,
Mhm,
but just so articulate, so intelligent.
mhm.
Her mother's a school teacher, so she was very educated and so well spoken, and just a great spirit, great human being. I love Lauren. You know.
Wow, that's dope, man. And you also work with numerous of artists. How was that, man? Working with those artists like that, especially like Mary J. Mhm.
Oh man, Mary's the queen, so
Yeah,
it was
man. Mhm.
it was an amazing experience, to work with one of somebody you've been a fan of your whole
Yeah,
life, and
that's right. That's right.
just a diva, a legend in her own right, and
Mhm.
it was just an amazing experience. And she's so sweet and humble, and
Yeah.
gave me a chance to come in and rock out with her, write with her,
Hmm.
and craft some pretty cool music. I'm always forever grateful for that experience.
Yeah, and I know you've been around a lot of people, man. Just in and out. As far as the acting to musicians, what did you enjoy most about being in different films? Or just like acting.
I think I enjoyed the experience of being on set, seeing how sets were built.
Okay, okay,
Seeing the all the magic that they could do, the movie magic,
yeah,
the special effects, the costumes, the wardrobe, just seeing all that goes into it, from the camera to the
hmm,
lighting to the people that even the people that drive everybody everywhere. So many people. It takes so many people to
oh,
make a film. And then we were working with Disney and Touchstone, so it was a pretty big budget.
wow,
So I enjoyed the that high level of production and
wow,
professionalism and execution. Um, it was just amazing to see how these guys we could fly into a location. Like, we shot some of the film in San Francisco, so we flew from LA to San
yeah, back,
Francisco,
yeah,
and like
yeah,
they'll build a set. They build it to look like a classroom, and it looks real, like we're really in a class. And here they built that entire classroom. They built the hallway with the lockers. They built all of
wow.
that.
You did just
And
something real fast where they can break back down, like
yeah, I mean, I don't know how fast they did it, but they did it.
yeah,
You pull up one day and there's a whole,
it's a lot,
a whole classroom they built, a whole school
yeah,
they built, and then the
wow,
next day
wow,
we're leaving and we're flying back to LA.
yeah.
It was amazing. It's amazing.
Wow, man, that's dope. And also, 2017, we got to talk about Girls Trip. You were actually in Girls Trip and also Life in 1999.
No, I'm not in those movies.
Not Girls Trip. Now, see, you know
No, no, no.
how?
I had a song in the Girls Trip
Yeah,
movie,
okay, you had a song.
in
Oh,
a song in the Life movie.
okay. Now, always wanted to know when you get those calls like that. Like, do they go through your manager to get your songs played, or do they actually call you to
Both, both, both. Yeah, it
okay,
depends. I submit songs to be in movies. I submit songs to, I pitch my songs to,
oh, okay,
yeah,
okay,
like I might hear, oh yeah, they're going to be doing a new Batman movie and they need songs that feel like this and
hmm,
songs that feel like that. And so I will create some vibes that I think could work. And then, you send them in, you submit them. It's
Okay.
almost like an auditioning process, but for your songs.
So it's like your song and about another 20 other songs too, at the same time.
Yeah, or yeah, hundreds of
100.
songs. Mm.
Wow. Now, Wyclef. Did Wyclef not discover you, but did he actually put you in the group City High? How did that happen between you and the group? How did you get in City High?
Well, the other guy in the group, Robbie Parlow, he was signed to
Right.
Wyclef Jean's and Jerry Wonder's record label called Book of Basement.
So the basement.
And so Robbie was a solo artist working on his album, and I was just writing songs for Robbie for his solo album. And Wyclef, he knew me because of through Lauryn Hill and Sister
Yeah.
Act, like so we knew each other,
Mhm.
and he was just like, "Yo, man, like I knew you was dope, but I didn't know you was this dope." Like
Mhm.
so just from hanging around, coming to the studio all the time, writing songs for his artists, he
Mhm.
was like, "Yo, like why don't you come over here and sign with us too?" And
Okay.
he was like, we got this new label. We need more artists. He's like, matter of fact, you and Robbie have such a great chemistry when y'all in the studio together. He was
Together.
like, maybe y'all could be like a duo, like a Casey and JoJo type of thing.
Okay. Okay.
And so he's like, okay, cool, let's try it. So originally, City High was just me and Robbie and
Hmm.
myself. So we were the group, and then Claudette was just featured on the chorus of like "What Would You Do" and stuff. Like we wrote all those songs, and we would just have her singing on different songs, singing on the hook. You know what I mean?
Okay.
And then Wyclef, when they met her and saw her, they was like, "Yo, we like the energy of the three of y'all.
Of
Y'all
all
could be
three of
like
y'all, yeah,
y'all could be like a new Fugees type of thing."
yeah.
So we was like, "All right, cool." So we tried it, and like that's how we like put the group together.
Okay, so it was just like that, huh? You know what I mean?
Hmm.
But y'all really City High. I mean, everybody had their own unique style, and I love the music. But it didn't last that long. The group,
Hmm.
when y'all could have just went so far out there. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Sometimes when that happens, does someone get, I say, the ego thing, and then
Hmm.
the groups break up like that, like
Yeah.
because of an ego issue.
I mean, they say the three things that usually break groups are either ego,
Money,
money, or woman.
yeah, that too. That too. That too. Mm.
So in our case, it was a little bit of all of it.
Okay. Yeah, but
you
and
know,
then go ahead. I'm listening.
no. We were just young kids,
Yeah.
new success,
Hmm.
and it was all happening so fast. And then, you know, we made our mistakes,
Hmm.
and then it just got to a point where it just wasn't healthy to keep trying to move forward the way we were.
Yeah.
So it was like
Yeah.
better for us to just kind of go our separate ways because we were three solo artists anyway. You know what I mean? I was already doing my thing with the movies and writing
Oh
for
yeah,
artists and
yeah.
stuff.
And Robert doing this
Robbie,
thing.
he was
Yeah.
a solo artist signed to Wyclef already, and
Okay.
then Claudette was already like singing on her own, doing little things. So we
Okay.
really just decided to join forces and kind of
Okay.
like use the group thing to launch our solo careers.
Hmm.
That was always the plan. Like we were going to do a couple albums and then go solo. So it just happened that the solo thing, it happened a lot faster than what
Than what
you
you
know,
expected. You
yeah,
know
we
what I
were
mean?
expecting hope to get like two or
Yeah.
three or four group albums out of it and then branch off, but it didn't quite go as planned. So,
So it was just
but it
one. It was one album or two.
just one.
Just one. One. It was
Hmm.
one banger. Also,
Yeah.
it was a banger, man, with Caramel Eve. Eve was featured on that album also.
Yeah.
Can you tell me about that moment with Eve all over the track like that, man? How did that happen?
That came about by we did a remix for the Caramel song, and it was produced by Tone and Polka, Trackmasters,
Yeah,
and
Trackmasters. Okay.
so they did the remix, and then we needed a feature, we needed a cool feature, and Eve was signed to Interscope, so we were both on the same label.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah, we were both on the same label, so it wasn't that hard. Jimmy Iovine, president of the label, was able to make that happen and get
Okay.
Eve. That wasn't
Okay.
hard at all. Yeah.
Now, Now, when you said y'all was on the same label, can you also go outside that label and get another person, or it's better to stick
Yeah,
in the label and grab somebody
no,
from the label?
you get anybody. I mean, as long as you got that check, you can go get
Okay, yeah,
whoever you
yeah,
want.
whoever you want. Okay, I
I can
hit
get your
that.
mom. I can get your auntie to do a feature if I got that bag.
You got that back, she'll come do it. I hear that, man. I hear that. Because I always thought it was easy. Everybody always say, well, we was on the same label, so I grabbed her.
Yeah.
Or I
I
grabbed
mean,
him.
it's a lot. It's a little cheaper. It's easier. It's less politics when you're on the same label.
Okay, okay, okay,
It's less red tape, less hoops to jump through because y'all on the same label, so all the money is coming back to the same place.
okay. All right, well, yeah, that's very that's good to know.
Yeah,
And
absolutely.
what's next for you, man? I know you got some big things planned. That,
Yeah. Getting back into the acting world. I shot a new TV show called "Hanging with the Taylors."
oh,
That's out on the Impact Network.
okay,
And yeah, just working on that. Did a cameo in a film called Another Christmas. That's
okay,
out right now on Roku channel and
okay,
Amazon.
okay,
And so yeah, just getting back into the acting world and still writing for artists, working with Usher, working with Ro James, working with Luke James, working with a lot of new artists,
hmm
and yeah, just staying busy, man.
wow, yeah, you have to stay busy. Plus, you're very talented, so you got to stay out
Thank
there.
you.
You know what I
Appreciate
mean?
that,
You're
brother.
welcome, man.
Thank you. Thank you.
There, you're
Over the
welcome.
pandemic, also during the pandemic 2020, I put out a series of albums called
Album
Songs
did.
for the Lockdown. Yeah,
That was my next question. I was going to
yeah.
ask you because it's like 8 of them. I think it's like
10 of them. It's
it's
10
10
of
of them.
them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, but so that was during the lockdown time when you did that.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. I
This-
put out 10 albums. I put out 10 albums in 10 weeks.
Wow.
Yeah. So that was fun. Just a little challenge for myself just to see if I could do it. And
Now,
so
how
I would put
many?
out,
No, go ahead. I'm listening. Go ahead.
no, I was done.
I was going to ask you how many songs because when I looked through it, how many songs on each album? Because you did 10.
Yeah. Like seven, eight.
Okay, it was 7 to 8 on each album. Okay.
Yeah, it's a short little album. The Michael Jackson Thriller album only had 9 songs on it, so I figured
Yeah, it
like
did.
you
It
don't
did.
have to have that many as long as it feels good and it's
Mhm,
cohesive.
mhm.
So yeah, I just wanted to give people something to vibe to while they were stuck in the house during the pandemic.
Yeah, yeah. A lot of people was doing some things around that time, man. People
Hmm.
wrote books. They wrote all types of stuff, man.
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
Yep. What
sure did.
and what is your take on the music, man? The new music out here today. How do you feel about that music?
I love it. I
Okay.
love it. Yeah, I feel like I don't love everything, but I never loved everything. You like what you like, you find what you
Yeah.
like,
Mhm,
and you vibe to what you vibing with. So I like what's going on. I think there's a lot of cool new artists out there. I work
mhm,
with a lot of cool new artists,
mhm.
and a lot of cool new sounds, different vibes, people taking chances, trying different things, and I think it's fun. I think it's fun. I love it.
Well, okay. Well, that's good.
Mhm.
That's good. And who would you like to work with, like as a collabo or as a feature? A feature whenever you drop some more stuff. Who would you like to work with?
Um, honestly,
I
I
know
mean,
him.
I still would love to write something for Beyonce or Rihanna.
Oh,
Those are
that'd be dope.
still two big artists on my bucket list.
That'd be
I would
dope.
love to if I can get one off on Rihanna or Beyonce before it's all said and done. That'd be great.
That's dope, man. That's dope.
Mhm.
I'm definitely happy, man, to have you on the show. And like I said, I wasn't gonna keep you long. You know what I mean?
Thank you.
So I just wanted to tell you, man, like if you have anything to say to your fans right now, something positive, what would it be?
Oh wow, I would just say work on your inner peace. I feel like in the state of the world we live in right now, everybody's depressed. Everybody's on
Yes, yes,
antidepressants.
man. Yes,
Everybody's
man.
hooked on caffeine.
That's right. That's right. Doing
Everybody's like,
drugs,
you know what I mean?
yeah, man.
No one's happy. Everyone's chasing a bag instead of
Yeah,
chasing peace. And I
yeah.
just would implore your listeners and my fans to chase peace.
That's right.
Get
That's
peace
right.
while you chasing the bag because otherwise you don't want to be one of these people that get the bag and you ain't got no peace.
That's right.
And I see it all the time. I work with a lot of celebrities, and people think that, oh, if I could just get all the money and the fame, that'll make all my pain go
Problem
away,
go
and
away.
it doesn't make your problems go away. You know what I mean? It only like intensifies them,
Yeah.
honestly.
Yes, it does because when it has to wear off, and once it
Right,
wear, yeah, so that's where the problem going to a deeper problem, you know.
right.
And just before we close, there's a lot of young guys out here right now. They doing music. They trying to get their music out there. Like these people, they send me stuff. You know what I mean? And
Hmm.
to for those young guys out here and women that want to get into this music industry, what I heard a lot about that wasn't some is not good. Then you have some that's okay because people handle their own music as far as like the copywriting and all that stuff. What would you tell that person, man, that's trying to get into this music thing and just want to get in and makes a whole lot of money? How would you tell them to better themselves and to watch out for themselves in this industry?
Get a good lawyer and
Okay.
educate yourself on the business as much as you can. Just like with anything, you need to educate yourself, and you need to
Okay.
surround yourself with people that know more than you, and make sure
Okay.
you do your research on the people that claim they know more than you. Make sure they really are who they say they are.
Wow. There you go, man. That's it in a nutshell with Ryan
Yeah,
Toby. I call this man
absolutely.
a
Thank you.
multi-legendary
Appreciate
classic
you, man.
dude, man. You
Thank
know
you.
what I
Thank
mean?
you. Thank you. Thank you, man.
Hey,
Thank you.
listen, I truly appreciate you coming onto the show, man. It was fun. I wasn't gonna keep you long.
Thank
I
you.
thank you so much. A Vision Media Broadcast. We had that
Yes,
special
sir.
guest on here, Toby,
Thank you
Ryan
for having me,
Toby.
man.
You're welcome,
Thank you.
brother. I just want to
Appreciate it.
say peace out,
Salute.
brother.
Yes,
Salute.
sir. All right.